Hi everyone, meteorologist Ethan Emery here, the Fox 19 First Alert Streaming Center for our Friday edition, a feel-good Friday, for our 19 at noon weekday weather show, live wherever you stream here on Fox 19, the 24/7 weather streaming channel. We're live on fox19.com, the Fox 19 News and First Alert weather app. We're live on YouTube and, of course, as always, we're live on Facebook, both the Fox 19 Facebook page and my Facebook page at Ethan Emery WX. If you have questions or comments, respectfully, of course, please feel free to chime in. Happily to have a conversation here about the forecast, about some science, all that good stuff here on this Feel Good Friday. It's a great Friday to be outside here this afternoon, especially for early to mid-October, because it's nice and quiet. We got sunshine, no cloud cover development. I mean, look at that. Blue skies, a live look on our tower camera here this midday, and we've got temperatures right now in the mid-60s. So right now, 65 degrees under abundant sunshine. This will be the case all day long with that sunshine. And today's highs will be in those low to mid-70s here in the tri-state. Wouldn't be surprised to see a few spots at around 75 this afternoon. So if you didn't see on social media yesterday or last night or this morning, there was a lot of things to observe in the sky. And that was the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. And my goodness, it was beautiful. So this is, whoa, didn't expect that. So this is a photo from me. So if you missed us on 19 at noon yesterday, if you missed the 11 o'clock newscast yesterday when I was filling in for Catherine Bodak, I was really trying to push that, hey, we could see the Northern Lights. This opportunity looked just as close to, if not just a little less than close to what happened in May earlier this year with the Northern Lights. The KP index is something we, well not we, but the Space Weather Prediction Center forecasts, along with the geomagnetic storm potential, and there's different categories. And what we had yesterday, actually it was Wednesday, I think we had G4 storm, which was a geomagnetics level 4 storm, meaning it's severe. And what that means is that there are charged particles that come from the solar flares or coronal mass ejection, CME, if you've seen that term online. And what that does is those particles go into the ionosphere in the Earth's upper levels of the atmosphere. It doesn't affect our weather at all. All it does is provide us beautiful colors in terms of optics. It does create some issues, though, for radio and satellite communication, stuff like that. But for the average person, all it does is really give us some beautiful colors in the skies, and might mess with your radio a little bit. But it's a really cool phenomena to see. This is a photo I took over in Fayetteville. So I knew this was happening, of course, and I'd missed the one in May. And the ones over the summer, I've been too close to the city to really get a good view outside of the city. So I made a point to drive out to Brown County to get some good photos. I was up right along the panhandle of Brown County. Fayetteville, a nice little community. A lot of nice people who live out that way. But for me, because I had to work this morning, I left at the wrong time. I left, I want to say it was around 8:30 is when I left Brown County. So I was there for about 20 minutes or so. But 10 o'clock was when it really fired up. It brought in really vibrant colors. In fact, this is how vibrant it was. This is from the National Weather Service office in Wilmington. And I mean, look at that. Got a nice red, pinkish color, as well as that green. And my goodness. Some of you sent in some photos. We really appreciate that. This is one photo. Frank made this graphic this morning. I didn't see a name attached to it, but this is over in Brookville, right along Brookville Lake, of those Northern Lights. Beautiful colors there, too. And if you're curious, we're not going to see Northern Lights, at least for the next couple of days. Forecasting these are really challenging. You really get a good idea if we're going to see anything in the next, or within a 48-hour period, roughly. And next 40 hours do not bode well for any potential to see it here. So what we look at for the forecast for potential of Northern Lights is the KP index. And there are different scales to look at within space weather prediction, but for us, what matters is the KP index. And the KP index, anything higher than, say, 6.5, 7, we could begin to see something. The higher the KP index, the better the opportunity here in the tri-state to see something. And yesterday, last night, we had a KP index between 8 and 9. That's significant. That's where you get those nice vibrant colors. It's where you're able to not look just north, but look up and see those really nice colors. And again, I'm no expert on this stuff. I try to inform myself, educate myself with the appropriate resources, and you know, I've learned a lot about space weather this year. We've had a lot of opportunities to see the northern lights this year. But if we have questions, I'll dive into that more. We've got to move on here because we've got a nice weekend forecast to look ahead to here in just a moment. So right now behind me, we're looking at satellite and radar across the region. And as you can see, nothing's happening. It's because of high pressure. That high pressure is right here. That high pressure is going to keep things nice and dry for us today and allow for really no cloud development here this afternoon. You see right here, for a moment, there were a couple little clouds. They went away. And they weren't really clouds. It was just the fog lifting and out of the river valleys and then disappeared because of the really dry atmosphere we have overhead. But I just want to point our attention to the west because what we've got over here is an area of low pressure right in here, right around the Wyoming, Colorado, Utah area here. Not a strong low pressure, but it is a little bit lower pressure there. But once it completely crosses over the Rockies, as it's in the process of doing, what's going to happen is it's going to have the right components to begin to gain strength. And this right here is a front. It's not a strong cold front, but it's a cold front nonetheless. And this cold front here is going to kind of help guide it, strengthen it, and move it. So this low pressure system is going to be right around here. It's going to cross over the rest of the Rockies and then kind of follow that front. And that front is moving in our direction. So this low pressure system is going to follow that front and then lift into the Great Lakes region. We won't see, any risk of strong or severe weather here in the tri-state. We're not going to see anything like that because by this point, once we get into Sunday, that low is going to be up here. And that far out, when you have the low this high, there's less energy because you have more energy concentrated around the low versus away from the low. And so with this, we're looking at a cold front that's going to bring in some gusty winds and some rain chances, but that's about it. That's all the forcing we're going to see from this cold front going into Sunday. And I'll show you that in the forecast model data here in just a second. But right now, let's look at those temperatures here across the region. Today is definitely a little bit warmer than yesterday for the afternoon hours. Of course, this morning was pretty chilly in the tri-state, but we are warming up. And if you can spot the cold front, I'll tell you, it's right here. And that's where that line of cold front is that will begin to make its way here as we head into Sunday. But ahead of that front is what we call the warm air sector. All this yellow here indicating that warmer air, and that is going to infiltrate the Ohio Valley region tonight into tomorrow. So right now, it's noon, although it's 11 a.m. over there. St. Louis, 76 degrees there, 73 down into Nashville. That warmer air will be felt here tomorrow, and that's why tomorrow we're breaking into the low 80s for afternoon highs. And if you're curious with the dew points, the measure of the moisture in the air, not a huge difference. And like I said, there's a chance of rain on Sunday. It's nothing significant. We're not looking at a lot of rain, but there will be an increased chance of rain because we are looking at a little bit more moisture moving in, not by a lot, and that front which will allow for some forcing to maybe start a shower, maybe a rumble of thunder at best. But it's Friday, it's the end of the work week. Let's look at today's high temperature. Today high is around 73. I wouldn't be surprised to see 75 in a few spots. I've been trying to update the 7-day, but kind of hard to do that back and forth on the air and trying to get other stuff done, things of that nature. But 73 is our forecast high for today. Now, if you're traveling across the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley region, depending on where you are, it's going to be pleasant. I mean, it's going to be pleasant, especially true over towards Columbus, 74 there this afternoon. We've got 73 down into Lexington. We've got 80 over in Indianapolis, 85 in St. Louis, 80 in Nashville. And as I mentioned, that warmer air is moving here for tomorrow. And so what I'm going to do is pull up this zoomed in model. It should take us to at least Sunday morning. So this is this evening, tonight, going into Saturday morning. Saturday morning, we're going to see a few spots in the 40s, but much of the tri-state actually will be around 50 degrees. And then we head into Saturday, much of the day, we're actually looking at some sunshine filtered through a lot of cloud cover. And high temperatures, again, Saturday will be close to 80 degrees in spots. We go into Sunday morning, and there could be a few showers. Again, this model is not really showing that chance so much, but there is a couple of spots right up in here that are showing some raindrops. I would be surprised to see a couple of raindrops in our northern counties Sunday, but better chances do come up Sunday afternoon, at least the data I had seen. Well, this model is bone dry. So if you have plans outside Sunday, I would not be too concerned with the rain chances. They're going to be there, but it does not look to be anything too widespread or heavy or long duration. It does look warm, though, and it looks breezy for Sunday. But this is part of the front, and that front passes through Sunday night. And then Monday, we do have chances of rain as well, like Sunday, but it also looks to be significantly cooler in comparison to Sunday. Let's begin with the forecast wind gusts. So today, not a strong wind gust, maybe 15 miles per hour. Same goes for Saturday, but we go into Sunday, and we've got wind gusts in the morning between 15 and 25 miles per hour. We go into Sunday afternoon, wind gusts will be between 25 and 30 miles per hour. Sunday night, we could see wind gusts close to 35 miles per hour. And this is going to kind of hold true going into Monday, too. So Monday, another breezy day. And Monday, we might have some wind chills, meaning temperatures will feel colder because of the wind and the chilly air. So Monday, be prepared to have some layers because it's going to be a cool day. And also a cloudy day. I've been looking at some data, and it does look like Monday will be a lot more cloud cover compared to what we've been saying here the last couple of days here on Fox 19 in your first alert forecast. The winds will eventually die down Monday night, and then Tuesday might have a little bit of a gusty wind here and there, but Sunday and Monday definitely look a bit more breezy in comparison. So with that being said, let's look at the 7-day forecast first. I want to at least show that. And I'll mention the changes that I'm probably going to make here in the 7-day. And I'll have updated on the Fox 19 First Alert Weather app, fox19.com/weather, and the 3 o'clock show. I'm filling in for meteorologist Catherine Bodak for today, so you'll see me at 3 and 4 o'clock today. But this is the current forecast. Again, I'll make a couple of changes here, starting with the fact that I think today might get a little bit warmer than what we have now. So I think 75 might be a better odd than what we're seeing right now at 73. Saturday, I'm going to keep it the same way. We've got some high, thin clouds. Sunshine will filter through those clouds. Looks pretty warm, 80 degrees. Now Sunday, again, breezy. There's a slight chance, but I didn't put it on the icon because it doesn't look like it's going to be anything of concern. But I am going to bump up the temperature. I think we're going to get up to the low 80s on Sunday too. But then the big changes come in Sunday night as that front passes through. I'm going to say breezy and chilly on Monday with a slight chance, 59. Tuesday also chilly. The slight chance there still looks to be present, though it looks to be even drier than that of Monday. So it's not looking to be too of a big concern for Tuesday. But morning lows in the upper 30s, afternoon highs in the mid to upper 50s. And I'm not looking at frost potential Tuesday morning. At this point, I think the winds are going to be a little bit too much. I think there's going to be a little bit of cloud cover because we need frosty conditions. You need temperatures near or below 37 degrees. You need to have clear skies, and you need to have calm winds. Those are the three ingredients you need for frost. And I don't see that here for Tuesday. Now, could there be a couple of rural areas that see it? Maybe. But I think the better chances of frost will come in Wednesday morning and now Thursday morning. So I want to make a little bit of changes with the temperatures around this time frame. So Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, I'm looking at the frost potential here in the tri-state. But as you can tell, the 7-day forecast does look to be pretty dry here in the region. And the chances will look to be pretty slim and not really measurable amounts of rain Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday for that matter. Take a look at the Facebook comments and questions here real quick. On Fox 19, we got one comment. Belinda says hi. Hi to you, Belinda. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Friday. It's a feel-good Friday, right? You've got the nice sunshine. It was a chilly morning, but fortunately we are looking at some warmer conditions here this afternoon. Looking at my Facebook page real quick, I had to open up something. I got two comments there. Sarah says, hey, Ethan, good day today, I hope. Great day today, Sarah. Jeff says, good afternoon. I see it's getting cold. Maybe see some snow. No, unfortunately not. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? I like snow. Although I will say October is a little too early for snow. If you want snow this time of the year, you got to go out west, usually in the high Rockies, maybe towards the Bighorns over in Wyoming. Because I used to work at our sister station in Rapid City, South Dakota, and we had a really large forecast viewing area. So I did the math when I was out there, and it was comparable square mileage to that of Virginia. So it was a very large region to forecast for. So we covered Sheridan County, which has Sheridan, and it's also on the foothills of the Bighorns and into the Bighorns. And then Campbell, it was Campbell County, Wyoming. The fact I can remember that is just astounding. There was one sort of the W and another one that were into the Black Hills. And then there was southeastern Montana, which was where Ekalaka was. That's Carter County. And then, of course, all the areas in the Black Hills from Spearfish, Deadwood, Hill City, Keystone, Custer, I believe Edgemont, Hot Springs, Rapid City, of course. There was a Badlands, all the way out close to the Missouri River in South Dakota. It wasn't quite there, but it was pretty close to the Missouri River. But I bring all that up to say that when I was working out there, we had snow as early as late September when I was out there, and it lasted as late as Mother's Day weekend. We had measurable snow the week before Memorial Day weekend, which is crazy, at least to me. I grew up in this region here in Ohio, and I know pool opening, you don't really do it until after Memorial Day weekend or around Memorial Day weekend, but we don't typically see snow that far out. That if we do, it's an oddity, but out there it was a lot more common. Boy, oh boy, was there a lot of snow. So, as much as I like snow, out there it's a little bit too much. Though I'm ready for this. I'm ready for, give me highs in the 50s and 60s. Give me lows in the 30s and 40s. That's nice. In fact, this might sound weird. My favorite kind of weather, give me an overcast day. Give me a light rain in the morning, dry, a slight cool breeze in the afternoon, highs in the low 50s. And then that in the evening hours, let the clouds break away. Give me a clear sky, calm winds, little bump in temperature. Let's say 54, 55 just before sunset, and then it goes down into the upper 30s right before midnight. Go to a football game, get yourself a spiced cider, wear your flannel. That's my ideal day, weather-wise at least. But yeah, maybe that's a little descriptive. So I have not updated the 14-day forecast yet. I would love to share that with you, but I don't want to share false information. I want to make sure that it's up to date and accurate. So I need to look at the data for that. I need to dig into that. And I'm going to record a video, and you'll be able to see that on the Fox 19 First Alert Weather app, fox19.com/weather. And I'll post it on my X account, at EthanEmeryWX. Be careful, there's a lot of trolls that tweet out there on that, and bots. But if you do head over that way, I'll post an updated video here this afternoon there. And I also got to get the forecast updated for the Cincinnati Enquirer, as we also do the forecast for them. And then make sure everything's up to date for Steve when he comes in before he does our radio forecasts and then gets ready for his newscast beginning at 5 o'clock here on Fox 19. We're very busy folks here in the studios. I've stalled enough. We'll have some more questions, one more time of questions, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up, because I got to get that forecast, those tweaks made. Hey, we got more comments. Awesome. Oh, it's Jeff. Oh, boy. Oh, Jeff says the birthday's coming up. Snow would be a nice gift. When's your birthday? Oh, it's the 30th. So I'm actually not far behind you, or I'm actually not too far ahead of you. The 26th is my birthday. And there's a couple years in my childhood where I did have snow on my birthday. It was really cool. But, of course, Halloween's my favorite holiday because it's close to my birthday. And it's really cool. I like Halloween. And then behind that, probably Thanksgiving. Robert asks, is it going to rain in Cincinnati? Ever rain? So the next week, no. I do think that from the data I've seen, the following weekend, so say Sunday, that would make it be the 20th, I believe. The 20th of October, that's Sunday going into the following week. I do think there's a chance of rain. Could be measurable, but that far out, a lot's going to change, Robert. But right now, it does not look to be too measurable Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. Linda says, when is it going to rain in Wyoming? We need this fire out. Yeah, there's been a lot of wildfires there up in Wyoming. Belinda says, what about the northern lights? We won't be able to see them anymore. The forecast is actually much further north now at this point, so we won't be able to see them here in the tri-state tonight. A lot of them last night. Beautiful photos. Of course, you can see those at fox19.com/pics and share yours there as well. And again, we'll give you that first alert forecast beginning at 3 o'clock. And I got to get the forecast updated, and I got to log off of here very soon because we've got Now the Natty coming up at 12:30, not 11:30. Sheesh. End of the work week, though. So that being said, thank you all so much for joining us here on this Friday edition of 19 at Noon. Have a wonderful end of your week and have a great weekend and a safe weekend as well.